Alrighty, morning everyone, and welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel on another beautiful day. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about one of the best experiences that I've ever had with a precious metal dealer. And that was actually a recent one. I think you all remember my unboxing video that I did a few videos back, where I was a bit sad and a bit annoyed because many of the coins and bars in there actually were completely infested with milk spots and were pretty much just worth spot at that point. So I was a bit sad about that, and I've got another channel in another language, and I also did the unboxing over there. And this dealer actually watched that video, and after I sent him my mail that I wanted to have this coin, which is the coin that I actually ordered and that unfortunately wasn't in the package, but there was just a small mistake, nothing bad about that. And I sent him an email, and I wanted to get this coin basically because I already paid for it, and it's obviously a very beautiful coin. We're going to take a look at that a little bit more closely in just a second. And he responded on a Saturday at 11 p.m. that he's gonna take a look at everything and then send it out as soon as possible. And 3 days later, he actually did so. And what came in the mail was not only this coin that I ordered that was unfortunately forgotten, but no problem there, but also this one, which you probably all remember, this Cobra coin that was completely covered in milk spots, and he just sent me a new one. And it was even written on the little paper that I got with it on the receipt that it was just free of charge. And I was like wait a second, what? I was so surprised about that and so happy. Something like that never ever happened to me before. It was just really, really cool, and I'm very happy that that happened, because now I have this coin, this beautiful coin that I wanted to have, that I can show you now. So really beautiful 1 ounce cash Cobra, really, really beautiful coin, and I'm very happy that I got a good version of it now. Very cool. So let's take a look at the coin that I still got that was not in the last unboxing video, because of course it wasn't in the package. So this is the 1 ounce Samoan seahorse from the year of 2021. Really beautiful coin in my opinion, and I'm going to unbox this now actually. Well, not really unbox, you know what I mean, take it out of this Scottsdale Mint cardboard thingamajigger, and this there's a plastic wrap on top of it. You can't see that right now because it's vacuum sealed, but we're gonna take it out of there because these plastics also have some sort of softeners in them and stuff like that, which can also cause milk spots, and we don't really want that. So I'll take it out of there. And that's actually something that the Scottsdale Mint recommends, as far as I know, because I think they are aware of that. But I might be wrong about that. That's just what I heard from one of the people that I know. So yeah, but we are definitely going to take it out because I'm not taking risks on milk spots. Milk spots are just in general not very nice. You've got this. You can possibly get it out there with a little bit more care, and then you can actually keep this, but I'm just not going to, because there's no way to tell which coin was in there, so it doesn't really matter as far as resale value goes. But let's take a look at the coin now. Really beautiful coin. Very happy that I was still able to get that one. Just antique finish coins in general I think look really, really good. And especially this one, because they really did a very good job. The capsule is great. That's definitely Perth Mint quality capsules. And this coin was actually not expensive. I think I paid $33 or something like that for that. And that's similar to the amount of money that you got to pay for in a Silver Eagle or something like that nowadays. 1 ounce Silver Eagle. And at least here, I don't know how it is in other parts of the world, but where I am, that's similar to what we've got to pay. And honestly, I know what I'd rather have. I love the Silver Eagles, don't get me wrong, but I just don't really feel like paying almost 100% markup on that. I just don't get why. So yeah, this is definitely great, and that might also go up in value a good chunk, because Scottsdale Mint produces some very, very cool coins that usually also have some good demand. Let's quickly take a look at the other two coins that I brought for you today, and then we're going to have another little talk about silver and gold dealers, or precious metal dealers in general. So, first one is a 1/10 of an ounce Canadian maple leaf. Really beautiful coin. I really like the maple leaves, and I think that they are probably one of the best investment coins that you can buy nowadays. However, 1/10 of an ounce is probably as small as I would go, because after that, coins in general get very expensive. I don't think that there are any smaller maple leaves than the 1/10 ounce, but you know, in general, other coins, I think Somalia elephants and stuff like that, they've got like a 1/50th of an ounce, Jesus Christ, and stuff like that. So I really don't think that's worth it, because you're paying a lot of markup for gold, and gold doesn't really have a markup. You can even get like 1 gram bars for like between 3 and 5% markup here. So I wouldn't really pay anything more than that, because these small coins also don't necessarily get collector's value, because they are just so small that no one really wants them. I mean, they are kind of nice, but at the end of the day, you barely see the design, so what's the point in paying a markup for that? And besides that, I've got a 2022 Australian wedge-tailed eagle from the Perthment, really beautiful coin. And honestly, if I take a look at this, you know, can you hear that? That moves in there. Like, it's not perfectly fit for that. This doesn't. There's no movement, as you can see. This capsule, honestly, is better quality than the Perthment capsule. And now I dropped it. That's great. No, but these, like, honestly, this capsule, I love this. It does have a little bit of a marking. This is not from me dropping it. This is just from, you know, it getting produced, because they are poured into molds and stuff like that. The Perthment capsule doesn't have that, as far as I know, at least. Let's have a look over here. No, the Perthment capsule doesn't have that. But, you know, doesn't really matter. In my opinion, this is the superior capsule. This is pretty good stuff. So, in general, precious metal dealers, because we've got a very, very great example of one doing his job pretty much perfectly right here. What shouldn't you do? And there's actually quite a bit of stuff that I wanted to talk about, because, you know, I've heard some stuff from people that I know. And if you're selling gold and silver, just like in general, the things that you're selling are usually quite expensive, right? And the people that you're selling them to, like just in general, like to be treated well as far as customer service goes and stuff like that. So if you're selling something and you wrote on your website that it's available and that it's like 1 to 3 days shipping or whatever, right? And you're just not sending it for like 4 months, which is what one of my people told me just the other day, then like what is happening without telling someone? Like, what is that? So please, if you're selling gold and silver, for example, and you know, of course there are some shortages with some coins, some bars, whatever at the moment, because, you know, there's just shortages all over the place with all kinds of stuff. But if there's a shortage, if you're getting into like a problematic situation with the stuff that you're selling and you might not be able to deliver it on time, just write an email. My goodness, I don't get it. Like, look, you're selling something, you're writing on your website, okay, it's gonna be there in 1 to 3 days. If it's not arriving within 1 to 3 days, that's when you should write an email, okay, you know, it might take a little bit longer. But you can't just not send someone something for like 3 to 4 months, you know, just leave him wait, not tell him anything, don't respond to his emails in any significant way, like besides an automatically generated email or something like that. Like, you just can't do that and then just be like, oh, you aren't happy with our service? Oh, that's so unfortunate. Like, come on. That's just really, really not how you do it. I don't know how the situation is where you live, if you've heard of something like that, but I recently heard of that, and I was like, why would you do that? There's so many more better ways of dealing with something like that. Like, as I said, I've said it before, like 2 minutes ago. When I had the problem with these coins, I didn't even mention this one having issues, right? I didn't even mention that. I just wrote the email because this one was not in the within the order, and I was like, yeah, well, that's unfortunate, you know, things like that can happen and stuff like that. And usually these packages get packed under like camera supervision, I would assume, right? Because otherwise, you know, the people that work for you could just take out or put in whatever they want, basically. So I don't think that's really a smart way to do it. So I think it's necessary to have that under camera supervision. But like, you know, you can really easily check, and they checked and they found the coin. As I said, they answered back to me on a Saturday at 11 p.m., which you really can't expect of anyone, right? And like, that's just great. That's what you should do, right? You don't have to do it to that extreme, but that is like next level customer service, but at least like respond on the next business day or whatever, and be like, yeah, well, we're gonna take a look, and then maybe something happened or whatever. But some people are just like, yeah, well, it must have been in there. Have you looked inside the package? Like, come on, are you joking right now? No, I didn't look inside the package. I was feeling my way around on the bag, and I just could tell that there was one coin less in there. That's the kind of stories that I hear from people. Fortunately, didn't happen to me, but like I don't even understand how people get the idea that something like that can happen. But then again, we live in a crazy world, of course. Stuff like that can also happen, so I understand that as well. But the customer service that I received here was spot on. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. And if you're in the European region, whatever, you can go to this shop here, and yeah, as I said, I can't complain at all, and I'm really exceptionally happy with the service that I received. And so yeah, that's just very epic in general. Very happy about that. I mean, you gotta take into, like, I just got that for free just because the other one was in bad condition. Like, who does that? It might be because I've got like a YouTube channel or whatever, but like still, my channels are tiny, right? This one and this one is extraordinarily tiny, and I've got one in another language and another one in another language. But all pretty much talk about the same things because, that's pretty much what I'm interested in, scrapping and precious metals. But like, that's just awesome, right? I've never experienced anything like that, so that's very epic. I'm not getting any money for that, just in case you were wondering. I just got this coin. They didn't tell me they were sending it or whatever. I've never had any endorsements of any kind whatsoever, and I don't want to do that, right? I've got to say that very honestly here. I don't want to do that. I want to stay objective as I can as a subject, which is not really possible, but as objective as I can at least. And but yeah, this just, if something goes right, you gotta mention it just the same as if something goes wrong, right? So I mentioned this coin wasn't in the package, but I also mentioned that their customer service in regards to that was great. So there you go. One of my best experiences that I ever had with a precious metal dealer, and I hope that your experiences are gonna be as good or maybe even better, who knows. But yeah, that's pretty much just my short little video about that today. Really hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, if you want to, you can rate it with like a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you might want to do. If you want to, you can also subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss any other videos, and I wish you a fantastic week, have a great month, and all that kind of stuff, and until next time.